Alexander Sascha Zverev Jr., born the 20th of April 1997, is a German professional tennis player. He is currently the youngest player in the ATP Top 30. Zverev finished the 2017 season ranked world No. 4. He is the son of former Russian tennis player Alexander Zverev Sr. and the younger brother of tennis player Mischa Zverev. In May 2017, Zverev entered the ATP Top 10 for the first time after defeating Novak Djokovic in the final of the 2017 Italian Open, thus winning his first Masters 1000 title. He won a second consecutive Masters 1000 title when he defeated Roger Federer at the 2017 Canada Masters, eventually reaching his career high ranking of world No. 3. Early life. Zverev was born in Hamburg, Germany, in 1997. Both his parents, Alexander Sr. and Irina, are former tennis players, with his father having competed professionally for the Soviet Union. Zverev's older brother, Mischa, is also a professional tennis player. Junior career. Between October 2013 and June 2014, Zverev was the No. 1 ranked boys junior player. As a junior, he compiled a singles win-loss record of 96-35. Zverev reached the final of the 2013 French Open Juniors, losing to Christian Guerin. After losing in the third round of the 2013 Junior Wimbledon Championships, he reached the semi-finals of the 2013 Junior US Open, losing to the eventual champion, Borna Coric. Zverev won the 2014 Junior Australian Open as the top seed, defeating second seed, Stefan Kozlov in the final. In 2014 semi-finals at Hamburg. In the first 6 months, Zverev competed in 10 challenger tournaments, only qualifying for 5. He also entered 5 ATP 250 events, but was unable to qualify for any of the main draws, although he did receive a wild card for the Bavarian International Tennis Championships. Zverev won his first ATP Challenger title at the Sparkassen Open in Braunschweig, defeating 3 players ranked within the top 100. He defeated No. 87 Tobias Kamk in the first round, top seed, and No. 56 Andrei Golubev in the semi-finals, and No. 89 Paulin Remat in the final. At 17 years and 2 months, Zverev became the youngest player to win a challenger tournament since Bernard Tomic won the Maccabi Men's Challenger in 2009. The following week he received a wildcard for the Stuttgart Open, and lost to the eventual runner-up Lucas Rosol in 2 tiebreaker sets. Zverev won his first ATP Tour-level match at the 2014 International German Open when he beat Robin Hayes. He beat 5th seed Mikhail Yauisny in the second round for his first career win over a top 20 player. He defeated 11th seed Santiago Giraldo in the round of the last 16, and went on to beat Tobias Kamk in the quarterfinals. He then lost against David Ferrer in the semi-finals. In 2015 Top 100. At the 2015 Miami Open, Zverev defeated Mo Dabaka and Joao Sousa in qualification, and won over Sam Groth in the first round to progress to the second round, where he was defeated by 26th seed Lucas Rosol. At Munich he defeated Benjamin Becker in the first round, and was defeated by eventual runner-up Philip Kohlschreiber in the second round. Zverev reached the semi-finals of the Open du Pays d'Aix ATP Challenger tournament in May, where he lost to the eventual runner-up Paulin Remat. The following week, Zverev won an ATP Challenger title at Heilbronn in Germany. He defeated Guido Pella in the final. En route to his title win in Heilbronn, he defeated the defending champion and No. 90 Jan-Leonard Struff in the semi-finals. As a result of this tournament win, Zverev moved into the top 100 for the first time, rising to a career-high ATP ranking of No. 85. Zverev at the 2015 US Open. At the 2015 Again Open Nottingham, he defeated Mikhail Kukushkin and Tomas Bessai to reach the round of 16, where he was defeated by Marcos Baghdatis. As a result of this, Zverev achieved a new career-high ATP ranking of No. 74. At the 2015 Wimbledon Championships, Zverev made it to the main draw of a Grand Slam for the first time, automatically qualifying as a top 100 ranked player. In the first round, Zverev was drawn against Timur Asghabashvili, whom he defeated in a thrilling 5-set match to record his first Grand Slam win and book his place in the second round. He was then defeated by American wildcard Dennis Kudla in 4 sets. Zverev next participated at the 2015 Swedish Open, where he defeated qualifier Julian Rister and fourth seed Juan Monaco to progress to the quarterfinals, where he defeated Tomas Bessai in 3 sets. Despite being a set and a breakdown, in the semi-finals he was defeated by second seed and eventual runner-up Tommy Robredo. In his next tournament, the International German Open, Zverev was drawn against Tommy Robredo in a rematch of the Swedish Open semi-final. Despite winning the first set in a tie-break, Zverev ultimately lost, marking his second consecutive defeat to the Spaniard. Zverev next competed at the 2015 City Open, where he defeated qualifier Yoshihito Nishioka, 5th seed Kevin Anderson and Alexander Dolgopolov en route to the quarterfinals, where he was defeated by 3rd seed Marin Cilic in 2 close sets. He qualified for the 2015 US Open and lost a close 5-set match to fellow German Philipp Kohlschreiber. 2016 top 20 ranking and first ATP title. Zverev at the 2016 US Open. Zverev represented Germany at the 2016 Topman Cup with Sabine Lisicki. He was beaten by Nick Kyrgios and Andy Murray in singles matches, however recorded a win over French player Kenny de Sepa. In the first round of the Australian Open he lost to second seed Andy Murray in straight sets. He reached his first ATP semi-final of the year at the Open Stade de France in Montpellier, upsetting 2014 US Open champion and world No. 13 Marin Cilic in the second round, before losing to French player Paul-Henri Mathieu. In the latter March he was warned for a code violation after swearing at the chair umpire. The next tournament Zverev played was in Rotterdam, category ATP 500. After beating Vasek Pospisil and world No. 15 Gilles Simon, he lost to Gael Monfils in the quarterfinals. In March, Zverev played for Germany in the Davis Cup tie against the Czech Republic. He lost in a 5-setter to Tomas Berdych. In the deciding match, he lost in straight sets to Lukas Rosol. In Indian Wells, Zverev defeated Ivan Dodig, Grigor Dimitrov, and Gilles Simon, before losing to Rafael Nadal in the 4th round, despite having a match point on his serve in the final set. At the Miami Open, Zverev beat wildcard Michael Mong in the first round, and then lost to Steve Johnson. Zverev next competed at the Monte Carlo Masters. In his first match, he easily defeated Andrei Rublev. He then played lucky loser Marcel Granollers after David Ferrer withdrew. He lost in 3 sets. He then competed in the Barcelona Open. He defeated Jan-Leonard Struff and Tomas Bessai, but lost to Malek Jazari in straight sets. After Barcelona, Zverev entered the Bavarian Tennis Championships in Munich. He defeated Viktoras Telebergos and Lukas Rosol en route to the quarterfinals. There, he defeated David Goffin in 3 sets, but lost in semi-finals to Dominic Thiem. At the Italian Open, Zverev defeated Grigor Dimitrov in the first round, before losing to Roger Federer in the second. Zverev then competed in the 2016 Open de Nice Coast d'Azur as the 8th seed. He won his first match after Kyle Edmund had to retire after the second set. In the second round, he beat Marcel Granollers, who had defeated him earlier in April. In the quarterfinals, Zverev defeated second seed Gilles Simon in a 3rd-set tiebreaker after saving 2 match points to improve his record against him to 3-0. In the semi-finals, he beat 5th seed Joao Sousa to make his first ATP final. There, he lost to top seed and defending champion Dominic Thiem. 2017, top 3 ranking and first 2 Masters titles. Zverev began the year by tying his best result at a Grand Slam at the time, falling in the third round of the Australian Open to eventual runner-up Rafael Nadal in a 5-set match. Zverev had beaten Robin Haase and Frances Tiafoe in the first and second rounds, respectively, to reach the Spaniard. Zverev represented Germany in the first round of the Davis Cup, losing to Steve Dussis after a straight sets victory over Arthur de Greef, his first win at the Davis Cup. In his second appearance at the Open Stade de France, Zverev won his first title of the year, beating Richard Gasquet in straight sets. Zverev and his brother also won the doubles title in Montpellier, beating Fabrice Martin and Daniel Nestor after 2 successive first-round losses at the Rotterdam Open and Open 13 to Dominic Thiem and Nicholas Witt, respectively. Zverev played in Indian Wells, where he lost to Nick Kyrgios in the third round. Zverev made it to his first Masters 1000 quarterfinal at the Miami Open after beating world no. 3 Stan Wawrinka. Zverev again lost to Nick Kyrgios in the quarterfinals. Zverev began the clay court season at Monte Carlo, where he beat Andreas Seppi and Feliciano Lopez to reach 9-time champion Nadal in the third round. Zverev lost to Nadal in straight sets before heading to the Barcelona Open. He made it to the third round in Barcelona, where he lost to qualified Chung Hae-yeon in straight sets. Zverev won his second title of the year and first title on home soil at the BMW Open. He beat Jeremy Chardy, fellow countryman Jan Leonard Struff, world no. 18 Roberto Bautista Agut and finally Guido Pella to win the title. Zverev then competed unseeded at the Madrid Open. In the first round, he beat Fernando Verdasco in straight sets, setting up a second-round match against Marin Cilic. After beating Cilic in 3 close sets, and then prevailing over Thomas Berdych, Zverev lost in the quarterfinals to Uruguayan Pablo Cuevas. At the Italian Open, Zverev continued his excellent form in beating 5th seed Milos Raonic in the quarterfinal, setting up his first Masters 1000 semi-final with John Isner. He beat Isner in 3 sets to move into his first Masters final against Novak Djokovic. In the final, Zverev defeated Djokovic in straight sets to win his first Masters title. With this win, he became the youngest player since Djokovic in 2007 to win a Masters 1000 title, and the first player born in the 1990s to do so. 20. Despite his triumph in Rome, he went on to lose in the first round of the French Open to Fernando Verdasco in 4 sets. Zverev at the 2017 Washington Open. Zverev began his grass court season at the Ricoh Open as second seed. He defeated 2 Frenchmen, Adrien Manarino and Julien Benit, to reach the semi-finals, where he lost to eventual champion and 4th seed Gilles Muller. In his next tournament, Zverev reached the final of the Halle Open for the second consecutive year, defeating Roberto Bautista Agut and former world no. 7 Richard Gasquet on the way. Despite beating him in the semi-finals of the previous year's tournament, Zverev lost to Roger Federer in only 53 minutes. Zverev and his brother also reached the Halle Open doubles final, but lost to Łukasz Kubot and Marcelo Melo. At Wimbledon, he achieved his best result at a Grand Slam event to date, falling in the 4th round to the previous year's runner-up and 6th seed Milos Raonic in a 5-set match. He defeated Evgeny Donskoy, Frances Tiafoe, and qualified Sebastian Ofner in straight sets to reach Raonic. Zverev returned to hard courts at the Washington Open, where he claimed his 5th ATP title. He defeated Jordan Thompson, Tennis Sandgren, Daniil Medvedev, and Nishikori, losing only 1 set all week in the U.S. capital, before beating South African Kevin Anderson in straight sets to win his first ATP World Tour 500 event. He next played the Canadian Open, defeating the second seed Roger Federer in the final, clinching his second career Masters title. On the way to the final, Zverev saved 3 match point, including one 49-shot rally, to hold off Richard Gasquet in the second round. Zverev shot up to world no. 7 as a result of his success in Montreal, becoming the highest-ranked German male since Rainer Schuttler in April 2004. Despite his previous week's success, a fatigue Zverev lost in the second round of the Cincinnati Masters to Frances Tiafoe in 3 sets. Zverev returned to the US Open for the 4th time, this time as a favorite and as 4th seed. He defeated Barbadian qualifier Darian King in straight sets, before losing to fellow next-generation player Borna Coric in 4 sets in the second round. Despite this, following the tournament's conclusion, Zverev rose to world no. 4, breaking into the top 5 for the first time in his career.